tossing the dog around, and he had the dog in his mouth.
The Chihuahua came out of the yard barking and growling at me.
Hurry, get the BB gun. I said, at least make some noise.
That dog, we got a picture. He plays with our cat.
That's completely unreasonable.
If you want to fight, I can get you boxing gloves, but we're not here for that. My first case ever with worms.
Come here, Sophie. Get him, Rusty.
Can I say something?
No. If she hadn't had an oral agreement, how do you do? You're suing the defendant because her dog bit yours?
Yes, it's my mother-in-law's dog. They were home.
Mother-in-law's dog?
Mm-hmm.
Where's she?
She's right here. She was out of town, she was out of the country, and the dogs were there with my brother-in-law. And on the day that this happened...
Were you there?
Yes, I was.
Okay. Tell me what happened.
I live next door to my mother-in-law's home. I was going out to get my mail because the mailman had just passed by. When Mrs. Easter went in front of my house, was coming towards my home, and her dog was chasing behind her. And she was running to catch the mailman, and the mailman stopped at the neighbor's house directly in front of my mother-in-law's home. And I told her, you better make sure your dog does not go inside my mother-in-law's yard and attack her dogs. I said, because the gate's open. And as soon as I said that, her dog ran inside my mother-in-law's yard, onto the porch, grabbed, the other little black dog was just like this one. It was a male.
This is a Chihuahua?
It's a Chihuahua mix. And the dog was just tossing the dog around, and he had the dog in his mouth and would not let go of it. That's when Mrs. Easter ran into the yard, jumped on top of her dog, tried to pry the dog's mouth open to get the dog out of her dog's mouth. And finally she did, and in that I called my husband and I said, hurry, get the BB gun. I said, at least make some noise so maybe the dog will get scared and leave the other dog alone. And she said, well, please, can you just go in there and look for my glasses? I said, your glasses? She goes, yes, I dropped them in there in the yard. And then that's when I told the neighbor that lives in a room in my mother-in-law's home, I said, can you look for her glasses and give her her glasses? She gave her her glasses, she went home.
Were you running down the street chasing the mailman?
I was catching the mailman. He lived across the street. I have photos of the street.
Okay, what about the dog?
And the dog was following me.
Obviously then not on a leash.
There's no leash law in Fresno County. And this is a private road. It's not a county or a city road.
And you say there's no leash law there?
There is no leash law in the county of Fresno.
Okay.
Every time that, usually when I've gone past their house, their gates are shut. Mrs. Garcia, her mother-in-law, is very good about keeping the gates shut because the Chihuahua, and it's a male Chihuahua, this is a female. And the male
was the gate open on this occasion?
I wasn't really paying any attention, but yes, it was.
Well, she says it was open.
It was open.
Okay.
When I heard her holler from her porch, I looked around and I saw Buck nose to nose with another dog that they have. It's a German Shepherd. They were sniffing each other and tails wagging. There was no problem. That's what I thought she meant. Buck did not run into her yard to attack anything. The Chihuahua came out of the yard barking and growling at me. It ran all the way up to me. I went to shoo it away.
Where, on the street?
On the street. This is across the street from their home. It ran across the road and attacked me. I mean, as much as a Chihuahua can.
If the dog attacked you, then why were your glasses in my mother-in-law's yard?
Because when Buck heard the dog...
Wait. You asked her a question. Give her a chance to answer it.
When Buck, who was about a block or house and a half down with the German Shepherd, heard me holler because the dog had run up and grabbed my leg. I bent down to swat it off because it's a little dog. I didn't want to kick it. I mean, you know.
She asked you a question about your glasses.
Yes, well, by the time Buck came up and tumbled him off me where he'd bitten my hand, the fight was on, and I was trying to call my dog back.
But you said you were across the street from her yard.
I was across the street from her yard.
Were your glasses on?
Yes, they were. What I did was immediately...
She says you found them in her yard.
They were in her yard, Your Honor.
How did they get there?
Because the two dogs, it was like a little whirlwind going. And they ended up about 5 feet inside the yard. At that point, I tackled Buck. I got my arm around him. I pulled the dog out. I kind of slung it to the side, and I was going to drag Buck home when the dog came back and bit me again.
Is your dog vicious?
No, he is not. At the time
Ever
that
bitten anyone before?
He has never bitten anyone.
What happened to your dog?
The dog had lacerations to his back leg and to his abdomen. When we took him to the vet, to the emergency services, they said that it would cost $500 just to do surgery, and they weren't even sure that he would make it through the surgery. So I told him I couldn't give any authorization to have surgery done because my mother-in-law was out of the country.
What happened to the dog?
I had to put him to sleep. Okay.
What was the vet bill?
The vet bill was, right now, as of now, because of the interest, it's $99.92. If her dog is not vicious and does not attack anybody, then why, when you went to Texas in Mother's Day, there was 2 SPCAs there at your home, about 4 sheriff's cars, and your dog had attacked your calf that you had in the back, and that calf ended up dying from injuries that it sustained from your dogs attacking him.
That was not this dog.
Okay, well, that's not the dog, and that's not the dog that attacked my
Ma'am.
mother-in-law's dog.
This is the
No,
dog.
it's not. No, it's not, Your Honor, because
How do you know the difference?
you know why? Because this is a puppy, and this is a little puppy that they had from their last litter. And this
That
one,
is not true, Your
yes,
Honor. This is
this
the
a
oldest
little
dog I
puppy.
now have.
Wait a minute. I can only hear one at a time.
I have
How old
photographs.
is your dog?
This dog is 2 years old.
You have pictures of what?
I have pictures of him and his brother, who is 18 months old at this time, who is now a bigger dog than he is. Sit down, Buck.
It's not true because she raises and breeds the dog.
This
She
is
has
my
the pair.
dog.
She has the female
The
and
other
the
dog
male.
is on a cable in the
Ladies,
backyard.
you please only one at a time.
Sorry, Your Honor.
All right. I want to hear from these youngsters. What's your name?
Elizabeth Easter. My name's Kate.
Okay. What do you want to tell me?
Well, for one, my mom, she does not take Bush off of the chain a lot because he's been on a chain. And second of all, Bug, he has never been anyone.
Were you there?
No, but I believe
Wait a minute. How do you know all this?
my mother has told me she has not lied to me.
Okay.
And I went back.
I'm
and
sure
when
she
said
wouldn't
that,
lie to you.
And when she
Your Honor,
said
can
that,
Your Honor,
can
they're
I-
here for some other.
Okay,
another
if the
person.
dog would have bit her that evening, then I want to know why she didn't tell the sheriff when the sheriff came out
I
to the
told
house and
the
made a
sheriff.
report. Everything's on here when the sheriff came to the home and said they have nothing to say. This is a bill, and these are the days that I took them the bill, and they agreed to pay the bill.
No,
then
we
it got
did
to the
not.
point.
What was
Then
it?
it got to
Lie.
yes, they did. Because
Ladies, you're very enthusiastic. and
my
you're-
husband was there.
Wait. You're not going to be able to speak until I tell you to speak or allow you to speak, because I can't hear 2 people at one time.
Sorry.
It bit the little Chihuahua, Your Honor, because the little Chihuahua bit me. And if this dog had
You
had
have
the
a scar?
personality, yes, I do.
You want to come up here and show it to me?
Yes.
I'll hold the dog, Mom. I'll hold him. Here, I got it. Sit down. Stay back.
This here, this is January. This is still, there was some proud flesh
This one here too?
Yeah, it's, and.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the fair market value of that little dog that died, where you put away?
Well, I say about $200.
Where'd you get that figure?
Well, a Chihuahua runs anywhere from $350. I don't know. I see it in the paper.
You got
to
a paper?
replace
You have a
Chihuahuas.
paper?
No, I don't have any.
The dogs are not purebred Chihuahuas, Your Honor.
Are they
They were
purebred?
given
No, they're not.
dogs.
They're mixed. They're mixed.
Okay, gonna be quiet.
What do you want to tell me, young fella?
That dog, we got a picture. He plays with our cat, and he never bit her, the cat.
Can you ever explain to you then, when they went to Texas, how come their dogs attacked their calf and left
Our
it there
dogs
to die?
didn't. The people that we left in charge of watching our house and our animals were negligent and let Bush, the other dog, get off of
And
his.
attacked the-
He broke his
and
collar
attacked-
and
and
got
attacked
off.
the
Take a
calf
short
and
recess.
killed
I'll come back, give you my decision.
Thank you.
I am guilty of one thing, Your Honor, stupidity.
She meanwhile left for Canada.
I'm tapping my horse to try to go on and win the race.
You're probably not a lawyer.
No, I'm not a lawyer.
You're a jockey.
Remain seated and come to order. This court is again in session.
The defendant is correct. There is no leash law in the county of Fresno. I think it's unfortunate because I think there should be a leash law in every jurisdiction, but we have to follow the laws that exist. The only negligence then the defendant could be accused of would be if the dog was vicious or if the attack took place on the plaintiff's property. I find that the attack did take place on the plaintiff's property. The defendant's glasses were found there. Unfortunately, the plaintiff is also at fault because she left the gate open and allowed the dog to get out, or really allowed the defendant's dog to come in. So I find them to be each negligent, 50-50. The dog is, I'm placing a high value, I think, for a Chihuahua that does not have papers at $100. The vet bill with interest is apparently $99.92. So my judgment, I'm going to round off the figures, but judgment is for plaintiff for $100.
He was a very good watchdog, and my kids loved to play with him. When we took him to the vet, my kids were crying and crying.
Well, it wasn't her Chihuahua, and the only reason that Buck attacked the dog was because it attacked me. He perceived it to be a threat to me. That's why I have the dog.
It's not true because her dog was running in back of her, following her to chase the mailman. And as soon as she got to the mailman's the truck to deliver her mail, the dog just ran inside my mother-in-law's yard. Never one time since the whole time we've been going over there and discussing with you about the bill, never did you ever say that the dog bit you.
The blood dripping from my hand when I came back.
It was from the dog that was attacked by your dog.
The Animal Court is now in session. The Honorable Joseph A. Wapner, Judge presiding.
You're suing her for $5,000?
Yes, that is correct.
What's the basis for the claim?
The basis of the claim was in 1994, I was driving a harness horse at Los Alamitos in Orange County. I have a tape of the race, which I'd like to show to the court.
All right.
Right. Okay. Basically, this is the half-mile pole, which is halfway through the race. This is me right here keeping up to try to win the race with my horse Brown Sparrow. Now this horse here is going on. As you can see, I have the whip up and I'm tapping my horse to try to go on and win the race. As I continue to whip my horse, showing that I'm trying to win the race. And as we come into the stretch, you can barely see me on the screen, but as you can see, I am continuing back here to whip my horse to try to win the race, and then I go off the screen. And this horse is the horse that ran second, which is Gabriel Bernay's ex-husband, Jim Lackey. And as you can see as I cross the finish line, well, you don't see me, but I'm very far back. Also, I have...
When was this in 1984?
This was March 4th of 1994. I was, after that, suspended by the state of California. What happened was I came out of the paddock. I saw Miss Bernay. She came up to me and asked me to sign some superfecta tickets, which is picking first, second, third, and fourth in order. Miss Bernay claimed she didn't have her license that night, which was driver's license. It's an IRS form. And what happened is...
How much did she win?
She won approximately $5,281. I am guilty of one thing, Your Honor, stupidity.
Well, what did you do?
Well,
did you cash it for her?
I cashed it for her. And basically, you know, I did a dumb thing because I was in the race. I went home the next day. The stewards called me and says, well, why did you sign the form? I said, well, I was just doing Miss Bernay a favor. She didn't have her license, and I signed the tickets that night.
Why was it improper to do it?
Because there's a rule in the California Horse Racing Board, which is 1970, that says an owner, trainer, or driver cannot wager against his horse in a race. So basically, they thought I was in violation of Rule 1970. I went in and explained to them the next day that those were not my tickets. I didn't wager against myself.
Well, I understand, but so they fined you $5,000.
That's correct, and a 21-month suspension.
Okay, but why do you want her to pay for it?
Well, Miss Bernay, okay, basically,
Did she know about this rule, to your knowledge?
She knows about the rule. She's also a driver, trainer, and owner. Miss Bernay did wager against her horse, and she admitted it in California Horse Racing Board record 2 years later.
Yeah, but why should she pay your fine?
The fine is for wagering against my horse, not signing IRS tickets. So basically what's happening here is Miss Bernay got $5,200 for winnings on that race, and she basically...
She pay you anything?
She paid me $300. I got $300.
Did you pay her $300?
No, I didn't, sir.
How much you pay?
$500.
$500?
It wasn't $500.
Well,
okay.
Irrespective of that, why'd you give him anything?
Because when he approached me, I had cashed a ticket, me and 3 friends of mine that night, and I bet a horse which my ex-husband was driving. Her name was Sex Kitten, and I cashed. I had a winning ticket, and I wanted to cash the ticket. And you need a Social Security card with you in order to cash such a big ticket. And I'm known for losing things, and I was afraid to take.
You didn't have your Social Security?
No, I didn't have it with me. So I had my friends that were with me that were partners with this ticket, and they didn't have a card either. So we decided to get someone to cash the ticket.
Did you know he ran in a? He was
absolutely not. Absolutely not. I had no idea. I'm a professional driver. Also, I've been doing it for 20 years.
You knew about the rules?
Oh yes, yes. You are not allowed to bet against yourself in the race that you participate in. And
this was in March of '94.
Yes, a long time ago, sir. And I had.
Why did you wait so long?
Well, I have gone to other courts in the state of California, and the problem involved.
Other courts involving what?
In this case, and
you've sued her before?
No, I've never sued Gabriel Bernay personally in small claims court. I did not bet against my horse. That is the reason why.
Yeah, but that's not her problem.
Well,
you're dealing with the horse racing board. The question is, basically here, what is the basis of your lawsuit against her? Is it breach of contract? No. Is it fraud? No. If it were breach of contract, if it was a written contract, you'd have a 4-year statute of limitations. That's already gone by the boards. If it was an oral contract, you'd have a 2-year statute of limitations. That's obviously gone by the boards. If it was for negligence, it's a 1-year statute of limitations. But you've got here now, it's over 4 years.
Right, but in each instance, Your
Well,
Honor.
answer me about the statute of limitations. I know you're probably not a lawyer.
No, I'm not a lawyer.
You're a jockey. But okay. How do you get around the statute of limitations?
There's really, the crux of this case is that the stewards in the state of California deemed that I owe them $5,000.
I appreciate what the stewards have said.
Okay.
They suspended you.
Right.
And they fined you.
Right.
How is that her responsibility?
Well,
can you shed any light on this, sir?
Well, let me.
Let me talk to him.
Let me say one.
No, I won't.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
I want to talk to him first.
Well, what happened was, I'm a harness driver too, from the past and stuff. I'm a friend of Don. What happened was, they called him in the next day. He asked to bring Gabriel Burnett into town, into the hearing. She meanwhile left for Canada, left him holding the bag. And the reason that he got fined $5,000 was that's what was won from the race. So that's why they were penalizing him $5,000 that he got that money, which he didn't get. Miss Burnett got.
Sir, tell me, what is the basis for her being responsible to him for $5,000?
She had a chance to come in and straighten this up with the stewards. She deliberately left town so that he was left holding
What's
the
the
bag.
basis for you saying she deliberately left town so that he would be holding the bag?
She left town so that she wouldn't have to
But you're making a
testify.
conclusion that she left for that reason. And I want to know what the basis for that is.
You'll have to ask her why she left town.
No. You're the one trying to tell me something affirmatively. And so far, you haven't done it. Take a short recess. I'll come back, give you my decision.
Remain seated and come to order. This court is again in session.
Can I add something?
Never talk when you're ahead, ma'am.
I'm sorry.
If you want to talk, you know, I've heard that in court. I've said that to people, and then they keep talking and wind up losing the case. You might. You still want to
I
talk?
would like to, yes, please. Can I?
Amazing. Amazing.
I don't give up too easily.
Did you hear what I said?
Maybe I didn't hear you correctly. I'm sorry.
What did I say?
I'm sorry.
No, tell me,
Repeat
what did I
yourself.
say?
I'm nervous. I'm sorry. Repeat yourself, please.
I said, you never talk when you're ahead. Did you hear what I said to him about
when
the
you're ahead,
statute of
but
limitations?
Yes, I did. I
Okay,
did. I just wanted to add something.
Go ahead. Go
Okay.
ahead. Be my
I
guest.
wanted to add that I think this is a little, it's very simple that it's not about him being in the race and betting against himself. What this is all about is that he cashed a ticket. That's why he was fined, because he was in the race, but he asked to cash the ticket and he got paid for his services. And if you cash a ticket, whoever cashes a ticket at the racetrack is responsible totally for the ticket. And what I wanted to add really was that I went to a hearing with my lawyer. I did not leave town to leave him behind. I went to a big hearing, California State, and they totally released me of all obligations. And I was...
I don't care if he had the best claim in the world against you. The best claim in the world legally, ethically, morally. Statute of limitations hits him right in the face. That means you have so much time within which to file a lawsuit.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, it goes by the boards.
Okay.
And that's what you've done. It's more than 4 years, sir.
Well, Your Honor, I've been to two other courts in that 4 years. One judge kept the case for 6 months.
I'm not interested in that, sir. I'm not interested in what the reasons for your delay. You've gone more than 4 years. Judgment is for the defendant.
Oh, no, I don't feel responsible at all, and I'm really happy it's over now.
The evidence doesn't really mean anything in this case, obviously. It's just it's a political thing, I think. I feel like I've been a scapegoat in this case by the stewards in the state of California, and this has been a very unfair thing that's happened to me.
It was justice done right. Oh,
We'll
I
still-
do, yeah. I
we'll still
think
be
Don's
friends.
a real nice guy. I've known him 20 years. You know, up to this point, we never had a problem. But
Yeah.
now I'm glad it's resolved, hopefully, and we can go on.
This is just something that we
Business-like.
both got involved in. We made mistakes, and, you know, unfortunately I have to, you know, fill the financial brunt of it.